this is all I'm doing all day. I'm researching, compiling the information, writing it down, and that's what I was just sharing with people about the movie What the Health. Um, 1 second. Yeah, I was just sharing with people about the movie What the Health and how I think everyone should watch it. Let me just check. Someone here is messaging me. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so people joining in. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Ducey too. That way you did this one. That's cool. All right. Yeah, we're gonna. I think everyone should see the documentary. I think everyone should see it. It just. I mean, I think most of us understand that something is wrong with the food supply, and the U.S. It's not a health industry. It's not a health industry. It's a disease industry. It's promoting chemicals that cure, so to speak, and they destroy the body more than anything else. So, and What the Health, a documentary which is only an hour and a half long, and I think it's really, so see, you saw that fox food. That's cool. I think an hour and a half out of a person's life to watch something that can help them watch out from what not to eat. And it talks about the different foods, and the different organizations that work with supporting conditions or providing information to patients, diabetics, heart condition, cancer, and you have all these associations, and the same associations, like they're run by MDs, and MDs have zero understanding or appreciation or usage or even knowledge about medical nutrition. It's all in the nutrition. I mean, there's a lot of elements to what I'm saying right now, a lot of elements. Anyway, it breaks down to those same organizations of American Diabetes Association, American Heart Association, American Cancer Association. Instead of because they're so ignorant about medical nutrition, on their website they recommend foods that just exacerbate and make the conditions that they claim to treat or claim to support worse. And what this person in the documentary What the Health found out is that is doctor one. What this person in the documentary found out is that all these associations, they work with the pharmaceutical industry that works with the junk food industry, the fast food industry. All of them work together. So how can you call yourself American Diabetes? How can you call yourself a health association where you're promoting sickness and you're tied in with all the others that are promoting sickness? So anyway, I see a lot of people left, but that's okay, that's fine. Whoever's here is going to benefit from the information. Whoever's not, will catch it on the recording. Anyway, going to keep on going on the acid in the body, the acidity in the body. All right. So, interesting something about acid reflux and heartburn, a condition that conventional medicine blames on too much acid in the body, or on too much acid containing foods like fruits and vegetables. Get a load of this. Acid reflux and heartburn, conditions that conventional medicine blames on acid containing foods like fruits and vegetables. Acid containing foods, okay? Actually have these people that have these conditions have too little acid in their stomachs, okay? And that's a problem that's compounded by medications as in Pepcid and Tums, those caps, the pills they take, that increased alkalinity in the stomach. And what did we just say? That the stomach has to have a 1.5 to 2 pH, acidity. So an acid reflux or a heartburn is when you have actually too little acid in the body. So you need to give the body what it needs to ramp up the, or to how do you call it? What's that word? To bring back to normalize the pH in that various organ, okay, in the stomach, for instance. All right. So, as food here, I just explained this. As food makes its way from your mouth to your stomach, the digestive tract becomes more acidic. Pepsin, the enzyme responsible for protein breakdown, it requires an acidic environment, and therefore it gets released into the stomach where the pH is very low, 1.5 to 2, all right? The small intestines is where most of the nutrients in your food get absorbed, and where the pH it will increase slowly from 2 to 6.5 as the food travels from the stomach to the small intestine and the large intestine, okay? So now protein, particularly in the form of red meats, requires huge amount of alkaline minerals or alkaline salts, minerals, same thing, for complete digestive processing, because it's too concentrated and it leaves a lot of toxic residue, a lot of acidic waste. Okay. All right. So it requires a lot of alkaline minerals for complete digestive processing. Now, when our system goes and looks for the alkalinity it needs, or the alkaline salts, or the alkalizing minerals, alkalizing salts needed to offset the acid load that comes from that meat, it looks first to the minerals currently in the digestive tract. Now, if it fails to find alkalizing nourishment there, minerals, it draws on the calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium minerals stored in our bones. Now, considering, and everyone on this feed already knows, that we're highly mineral deficient as a planet, as an entire planet, from the soil up, more than 100 years now, mineral deficient. I'm not saying you should believe me. Go research it. Check out Dr. Joel Wallach. He understands the whole thing, the whole story about minerals. He'll tell you about it. Mineral deficient from the soil up since more than 100 years now. Okay, so guess what? We're eating a highly concentrated food, all right? The body, we're already, let's start from the fact that everyone's mineral deficient, okay? Unless you're doing something, to counter that, and you're receiving a full matrix of minerals in the right form on a daily basis, everyone is mineral deficient. Our food, our nutrients, everything, our food is not nutritious like it used to be, etc. All right? So we're already mineral deficient. Now considering, someone's eating meat, a highly concentrated food. The body requires a lot of alkalizing minerals to break that down, okay, for complete digestive processing. We're already mineral deficient. The body's sourcing minerals from the intestines first. Oh, it's not there. Okay. Then it goes to his tissues, the muscles, the bones, and that weakens the system, that weakens the tissues, that weakens the bones, that cause osteoporosis later on. Dr. Joel Wallach. I'm gonna write this here because I always say it and I never write it. So there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. Yes, Gardy, we'll break it down for them. Thank you for joining. So the body's already mineral deficient, looking for minerals to break down this highly concentrated food, and it's not finding it so it's breaking down its own tissues, all right? Now, after it's breaking down, it's sourcing for minerals, it's in its own tissues, I can promise you that that's not even enough minerals to break down the density of meat and other concentrated foods. And aside from meat, we're talking about also any concentrated processed food or any toxicity in the body. It still requires something to neutralize it. And where the body is not finding the alkalizing minerals, alkalizing means the ability to neutralize acidic waste. If the body is not finding that, guess what happens to all those toxins? They accumulate in the body, all right? So any dead food will create acid wastes in the body versus living food, okay? Environmental toxins are both in dead food and in living food. Watch out. So that's what I'm saying. We were receiving toxins regardless. So why give the body something that's already overly too concentrated and already has too much toxicity inside of it, as in dead foods, as in meats and stuff like that. Just because we don't eat meat and milk, it doesn't mean that we're not dealing with environmental wastes, okay? All right? From water, air, pesticides, heavy metals, irrigation water, which is the water that they use for crops, etc. So we're consuming toxins no matter what we eat, and if we don't have a way to flush that out of the system, we will accumulate these toxins, and the body needs to deal with that somehow, all right? Now I think, all right, I mean, I think you're getting the point here about like a little bit of differentiation, understanding about the alkaline versus acid. The body's not all acid. It's localizing acid. The body ramps up acid when there's waste. It localizes waste in some parts, so there's acidity there that needs to be neutralized, and the body uses minerals to neutralize that. All right. Basically, and not because I'm involved with this, it's just like a result of researching and experiencing, and actually, because I started being involved with these minerals 10 years ago, I have now noticed that we cannot really trust any other any water source, drink source, food out there. Everything is contaminated. So this is like a pocket filtration system that I take with me everywhere I go, and I know that I'm helping my body deal with whatever it's accumulating anyway. So it's not like I can't live in a how do you call it, in an oxygen. I can't. No one can live in an oxygen chamber 24/7. You can walk, or you can have even these masks. Okay, got it. Still, if your skin is exposed, no one is immune to toxicity, from the environmental toxicity at least. So what I said before, and everyone knows this, we're mineral deficient from the ground up since the Industrial Revolution and the initiation of chemical fertilizer and unintelligent, wasteful agricultural practices, where the soil bacteria, which we had back more than 100 years ago, that used to break down rock into bioavailable minerals, that bacteria is almost gone from the earth, almost completely wiped out of the soil, all right? So, I'll give you an example. For instance, the pH of healthy soil, get a load of this, in California is pH of healthy soil, all right? 5.5, that's acidic. All right, if acid is bad and the pH of healthy soil is 5.5, we should be dead. All right, the problem in California, this is the problem in California, that soils are actually getting more alkaline. Now, we cannot grow crops in an alkaline grounds, okay? We cannot. You cannot. California has always been a desert, but it turned it into agricultural land using, guess what? Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, all right? Acid is bad. No, it's not. This just blows the lid off the whole acid conversation and alkaline. Cactus and sagebrush are actually some of the only things that will grow in an alkaline water, but not fruits and vegetables. Okay, so healthy water sources on the planet, for instance. Let me just check what people are saying here. What do you say? Can't get a hold of my grandmother, but aunt who was left in Florida. The house is fine. Oh wow. Got people reporting here. Whoa. Well, healthy water sources on the planet are actually acidic. Research it. I'm not saying you should believe me. pH of 6 to 7. Fish and plants thrive in an acidic environment. Remember, going back to, again, skin is 5.5 pH. That's acidic. Well, if we should be all alkaline, then we should be dead, because our stomach is 1.5 to 2. Let's drink alkaline water and neutralize that, because we're dead. No. Acid is crucial, essential. So fish and plants thrive in an acidic environment. And like I said, the sun is acidic, full of hydrogen ions, H+. Acid is electricity. a charge, a potential energy, just like in a battery. Our cells are a powerhouse. The minerals which are sparks for every biological process on the planet are activated in acid. Okay, a battery cell is acidic. Why? It's potential energy. Okay, soils, to recondition them and bring them back to a state where you can plant again, they use sulfuric acid. So if acid was that bad, why did they do that? Acid breaks down salts, okay, rocks, into bioavailable minerals that can be absorbed by plants, all right, and in turn absorbed by humans and animals. We used to have a very dense layer of bacteria in the ground that secreted a type of acid, again, acid, to dissolve rock minerals into bioavailable dissolved minerals which plants can absorb. So they activated minerals, they created these from the rock in an acid state so the plant can absorb. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? And we're eating the plants. Is acid bad, or is it necessary for crucial activities on the planet, both in the human body and in the soil? It's all the same. We are part of nature. Our body is like nature, is like the soil. I think there's a whole book about it, like showing healthy soil to the gut. In terms of the microbiome, how similar. Similar. I don't know if it's similar in terms of the types of bacteria. I think similar in terms of just the makeup of it, soil versus the gut. So soils, to recondition them, they use sulfuric acid. All right. Sulfur is basically in cells. It's like a match. Okay. In nature, we get it with minerals, sulfate minerals. These also are sulfate minerals, okay? Ionic sulfate minerals. There you go, Facebook. Camera here is all twisted, so I see myself in the... All right, there you go. So the body's getting, sulfates, with sulfur with minerals, sulfates, all right? Just like in healing springs. We sit in healing springs, we feel better, because we're getting sulfate minerals, and the skin, like I said, is 5.5 pH, highly absorbent, is absorbing all these minerals directly into it and is benefiting from it. People feeling better. So why are, I just said it, why are healing spring, why are they so healing? It's because they have active sulfate minerals in ionic form, and they clean up toxicity within our cells. Okay, that is the reason why we feel better after soaking in hot springs. By the way, you put 4 ounces of the Auro, and if you get a bigger bottle like this, you'll have enough. 4 ounces, it will turn your bathtub into a hot spring, and you can soak there for hours. It's amazing. So in hot springs, we have active sulfate minerals, and it's about cleaning the terrain, all right? The terrain is the space, the fluid in between the cells, bringing the body back into balance. All right, what sort of minerals do we need? We need minerals in the body that are found where? Rock salts, volcanic eruptions, okay? The body can absorb minerals when they're in ionic, bioavailable state, all right? Just like in produce, fruits and vegetables. How do plants absorb minerals? I just said before, from the ground, from the soil. We used to have natural bacteria break rocks into bioavailable minerals. Plants absorb it. We eat the plants. That's how we get minerals. The body can't manufacture minerals. It has to absorb them on a daily basis, which is a pretty, I think a very important point to consider. And going back to what I said, that the soil is highly mineral depleted. So where are we getting minerals if we need to get them on a daily basis? And in organic, there are 102 minerals, okay? There are 102 in general. There are 102 minerals. About 40 of them, I think 40 are macro, that you need a large concentration of them. And then the rest are trace minerals. You need them in small amounts. Okay, so if the soil, we used to have 70 to 102 minerals that, was there available for the plants to absorb, and we had highly nutritious plants. So back in 1910, we ate 1 tomato, and today we need to eat 25 tomatoes to get the same iron. So we don't have the same minerals. So it's pretty. I think it's a pretty important point to consider that if we're needing to get minerals on a daily basis, we cannot manufacture them. The soil is depleted. Organic has, with all due respect to organic, unless they are really, really understanding minerals, there can be maybe 18 to 22 minerals even in organic. Where is the rest? Where's the 80 rest? And conventional, not to even speak, 4 minerals, 5, 6. Where's 90 something more? All right. So if we're not getting that, I think that should raise a question with many of you. I'm glad everyone's here having fun and hanging out and talking to each other. That's so cool. Oh man, it's talking about their homes being yeah. So all right, so I'm gonna go back into. Let's talk a little bit about water. Okay, so can we actually trust our? Actually, let me just check this. Oh yeah. Okay, this goes into something really nice, and I'm gonna do this and end up with this. Hey, thank you, Ducey. Thank you very much. I appreciate that you're staying. I know it's probably in the East Coast or somewhere. It's pretty late there, and here it's 9 p.m., so it's getting kind of late. Just wanted to squeeze this this in, this feed in. So can we actually trust our water supply today? Reverse osmosis, distilled, filtered water. A lot of people ask me what to buy, what to drink, and of course the glorified bottled water. Is it good for our body? Who's heard of reverse osmosis water? Who thinks it's healthy? Anyone thinks reverse osmosis water is healthy? Tell me, I'll be happy to hear. And why do you think it's healthy? Oh, you're in Vegas. Oh, cool. So Vegas, same time in Pacific. Right on, nice. So how many are familiar or know someone who experienced a time where they were so thirsty, no matter how much water they drank, they were still thirsty. Anyone had time where you no matter how much water you drink, you're still thirsty, okay? Do you know why? I'm going to tell you why. The factor or the missing link here that was missing from their water is minerals. Because you need minerals. Minerals work together with water. Water needs minerals to do its job. Hydrate the body, hydrate the cells, flush out toxicity, nourish the cells with fluids. Every biological process is in a fluid medium. You need water. Water needs minerals. They both need each other. It's a symbiotic relationship. Okay? Water hydrates the body properly when it's charged. Charged meaning it has minerals, structured and mineralized. Okay? So there are many machines that can induce the state of structured and charged in the water. They can electrocute the water. Okay? And various ionizing machines, and I'm not going to mention names, electrolysis, etc. Okay? That's fine and dandy, great. They created a charge, they created a structure in the water. The question is, what happens to the body in the long run when you drink water that comes out of an ionizer that created that electrocuted the water in such a way? And the most important thing, does this effect actually last? Does this effect that the ionizers create in the water, does it last in the water? All right. The pH of the water that we drink. What do you think is the pH of the water that we should drink? Okay, anyone has a guess? What should be the ideal pH? Throw out some numbers. There's like one person on Facebook. Throw out a number. What's the pH of the water that we should drink? 4 months. Malik, nice. Smiley Coop, 8. Okay. What else? Who else has an idea? pH doesn't matter. Oh, we got some people, educated people here. That's pretty cool. 7.4, nice. Okay. That's pretty cool. So, okay, so there's only two. Two. No, you don't want to drink 2. So one person only here said 8, which is alkaline. It's still alkaline, okay? Right, Malik understands what's going on. So, so only one person here. Well, I don't know. One person answered about alkaline, mentioned it. So they think that alkaline water is healthy, and we should go ahead and drink alkaline water and go about in our merry day, and everything's fine. And keep drinking alkaline water and buying it and spending all that amount of money on all the various beautiful labels that have all 9.5, 10.5. It should just say kill your body point 0.5, kill your body again point 0.5, die tomorrow point 0.5, something like that. That's the label should be on the glorified alkaline water. So why do we actually think, aside from the great marketing, that alkaline water is good? So remember that I mentioned to you that the bile in our body has an alkaline pH of 12, all right? Now, why does it have a pH of 12? Okay, to emulsify fats. All right, emulsify fats. Okay, in nature, no fish, no plant, and no animal, none of them thrive in an alkaline environment. None of them. Don't believe me? Check it out. Give alkaline water to your plant, watch it die. Give alkaline water to your fish, watch it die day after. It's gonna float there dead. Anyone heard of lye, Lye, or Drano, which are open or used to release open clogs in the sink, which are normally due to an accumulation of fat. Either fat from hair or just fats. So they use Drano to emulsify that fat. Drano and lye have alkaline, have caustic salts, not alkalizing salt, have caustic salts, okay? High pH. The alkaline water, basically created by ionizers, here I'll tell you something. It can neutralize the stomach acid, which can be detrimental to our health, right? Because we said we need to keep it at 1.5 to 2. And why is the stomach acidic? For pathogen absorption, because to prevent pathogen absorption and for digesting food. So if it neutralizes that, then we can potentially absorb pathogens and it can impair our digestion. Okay, so in Drano and Lye, Lye Devil, those chemicals. There's caustic salts, alkaline salts, just like in the ones that are formed by ionizers when they electrocute the water and make it alkaline, and it can damage tissues in the long run and form free radicals by dissociating. Okay, the reason for this is that electrolysis here, and here's the science about this. Electrolysis, the process that they do. I think everyone on Facebook went to sleep. There we go. The reason for this, the science behind this, is that electrolysis, which is what done by the ionizer, it splits the water molecule into OH negative, okay, because the H2O, so OH negative, which then seeks out positively charged sodium, okay, or potassium or calcium that are in the water already, which forms high alkaline molecules such as KOH, potassium hydroxide, which is the caustic salt that is in lye, Lye, or calcium hydroxide, which is caustic lime, used to make cement. Okay, so do we want to drink that? Do we want to emulsify our fats in the body? We need fats. The brain is fat, all fatty tissue. Our fat, our cell membrane is fat. Do we want to emulsify that? I don't think so. So imagine there's acidity in the body, okay? The body is not acidic. There's acidity in the body. There is acidic toxicity in the body from some kind of toxin that we accumulated either from the environment or from toxic concentrated food or meats or dairy or whatever crap that we absorb, okay? So there's acidity in the body, okay? There's acidic toxicity, let's say in this part, all right? Acidity in the body, all right? We drink high pH water, alkaline water, and we feel better for a second. You know why? It neutralizes that acid. Did it actually fix the problem? Did that alkaline water, by neutralizing our natural mechanism of ramping up acid whenever there's toxicity in the body in order to attract minerals to neutralize that acid, did that alkaline water just help that, or just neutralize the natural course of the body of whatever it does? You tell me. All of you are very intelligent people and very open-minded, and thank you for your attention and listening, because I know you understand this. You drink alkaline water, we just neutralize the natural acid, the natural process the body is doing. All right? So did that alkaline water solve the problem right there? Did it detoxify us? Why is there acidity? In order to create a proper working environment for minerals to come in and clean toxic area. When the body is ramping up acid, it's creating a medium for minerals to come and work and neutralize that toxicity. Okay? When we drink high pH water, what we did, we just put out a plaster. We extinguished the fire, so to speak, the positive fire. Now the body isn't acidic. Is it clean though? Did the body get rid of those toxins? No. We just destroyed the natural process of the body. Was the waste cleaned up? So people report that they feel better when they're drinking more of the alkaline water, and oh, it's a miracle, and well, let's drink more of it. And you know why they're feeling better? Because at last they're drinking more water. You know, we are a nation. Well, I wouldn't say at large. You know, at large, people don't drink a lot of water, or I mean, it's kind of a generalization. I would say more in the U.S. because there's a lot of accessibility to soft drinks and really, really bad drinks that are really cheap. You know, you can get the big gulp of poison for 99 cents. Here, it should say poison yourself and die. Have a nice day. Oh, well, actually, you're going to be dead by the end of the day. So have a nice death. 99 cents. You know, there's accessibility to very cheap poisonous drinks. So when people start drinking, when they get introduced to the gotta gallon next time. I'm being censored, Malik. You know, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this feed, and it's already also being shot on Facebook Live, and it's gonna be there on my wall. I'm gonna save this feed, and it's gonna be on YouTube, and I'm gonna post the video itself. So when people get introduced to alkaline water, what happens? They start drinking more water. So they start feeling better. It's not because they're drinking alkaline water. It's because they're drinking more water. Now, we're not concerned with the short-term effects. We're concerned with the long-term effects of the type of water that they're drinking, okay? So in the long run, you need to be mineralizing the body, okay? Such that it has the actual resources to execute all of its natural processes that were, and by taking alkaline water, we're putting a plaster again and again and again and again, further depleting the body of essential minerals. So you tell me how beneficial alkaline water is, okay? Crystal Geyser, here's the thing, that a lot of the bottled water is lacking minerals. A lot of the bottled water is lacking minerals. What happens with water that is actually, they say that they extract it from springs. As Crystal Geyser, I know where they're taking from Mount Shasta. I used to live there. The water there is amazing. I'm actually drinking Mount Shasta water directly from the mountain itself that I drive 10 hours to get, and I put Auro in it as well to clean out any toxicity and replenish the minerals. Even when a company is getting their water from a spring, they're still filtering it. They're filtering out part of the minerals. They're treating it, I don't know with what, so it comes up to certain specs because they are regulated. So I don't know how much minerals it has. I have not met any water out there that has a full matrix of 102 minerals, Crystal Geyser is good with Auro. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna pop some R in it. Yeah. So what we actually need is active, charged, mineralized water, okay? Which may have a lower pH, all right, than we expect it to have. And so does a lemon, and so does a lime. A lime is alkalizing. Alkalizing. It's not the pH of it. It's what it causes in the body when it's broken down. It's either alkalizing, donating, alkalizing salts, H plus ions, or it's acidifying, which is leaving waste. All right. So think about it. Alkalizing, donating alkaline salts, which have the ability to neutralize acidic waste. Acidifying is leaving toxic acidic residue, which requires alkaline salts or alkalizing salts to neutralize it. So acidic waste is robbing the body from minerals because it requires minerals to neutralize it. So why give the body so I'd say give the body foods that have a low acidic residue, right? Makes sense. The body works, you're taking it easy on the body. You're not taxing its organs, all right? So again, like I said, a lemon is alkalizing because it's not the pH that causes high pH it's not the pH of the food or the water that's going to cause high or low pH in the body. It's the alkalizing effect or acid forming effect of a water or a food that it has on the body. So either it has an alkalizing effect or acidifying effect, all right? So properly mineralized water may be acidic, right? May have a lower pH. Now, it is alkalizing for the body. It donates active mineral salts that can neutralize acidic waste. And also minerals help the body regulate its various pH levels. Every organ has an optimal operating pH. I'm eating raw non-alkalizing foods better than cooked alkalizing foods. Raw, I would say from a personal experience, and every body is different. So I would say that for me, a combination of both works best. Okay, so some people, they work better with like all raw, and that's great. And I know some people, and they're thriving. And some you want to cook a little bit. The only thing about cooking, I would say, the least cooking is better. The as minimal as you can. Eating dead flesh is not alkalizing. Smiley Coop, you tell me. If eating dead flesh leaves a lot of acidic waste, so what is it? Alkalizing or acidifying? So here's drinking high pH water effects in the long term. Cramps, because the low minerals, right? Demineralization, it actually pulls out minerals from the body, because remember, if we're drinking water that has no minerals, it has to come back into, it has to compensate. It has to find source minerals in the body in order to do its job. Water requires minerals to do its job, okay? So if we're drinking water that's already devoid of minerals and more so has caustic salts, so it's actually looking for more minerals from the body and is demineralizing the body. So that's one of the long-term effects of drinking high pH water. Another long-term effect is accumulation of toxins, because you remember when the body ramps up acid in a certain part of it is to localize toxic waste, to attract minerals to neutralize that toxic waste. And if we're drinking alkaline water, we just neutralize that acid, which is a natural process of the body to eliminate the toxicity. So has that toxicity been released, eliminated, or has it accumulated? Has accumulated, right? So drinking high pH water contributes to, in the long run, accumulation of toxins in the body. You know, this is all I'm doing all day. I'm researching, compiling the information, writing it down, and you know, that's what I was just sharing with people about the movie What the Health. Um, 1 second. Yeah, I was just sharing with people about the movie What the Health and how I think everyone should watch it. Let me just check. Someone here is messaging me. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so people joining in. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Deucey too. That way you did this one. That's cool. All right. Yeah, we're gonna. I think everyone should see the documentary. I think everyone should see it. It just. I mean, I think most of us understand that something is wrong with the food supply, and the U.S. It's not a health industry. It's not a health industry. It's a disease industry. You know, it's promoting chemicals that cure, so to speak, and they destroy the body more than anything else. You know, so and What the Health, a documentary which is only an hour and a half long, and I think it's really, so see, you saw that fox food. That's cool. Yeah, I think an hour and a half out of a person's life to watch something that can help them watch out from what not to eat. And it talks about the different foods, and the different organizations that work with supporting conditions or providing information to patients, diabetics, heart condition, cancer, and you have all these associations, and the same associations, like they're run by MDs, and MDs have zero understanding or appreciation or usage or even knowledge about medical nutrition. It's all in the nutrition. I mean, there's a lot of elements to what I'm saying right now, a lot of elements. Anyway, it breaks down to those same organizations of American Diabetes Association, American Heart Association, American Cancer Association. Instead of because they're so ignorant about medical nutrition, on their website they recommend foods that just exacerbate and make the conditions that they claim to treat or claim to support worse. And what this person in the documentary, and there is and that will lead you to the YouTube channel, because some of the videos are on the website as well. Cool. So we have that. Okay, right on. Oh, cool. Good. Well, I'm glad that whoever joined in, and we're gonna have these saved, so you can invite people to watch this. And thank you very much for everyone's attention. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask right now. Kind of getting a little late, so I'm gonna wrap this up. And actually, next feed, I'm gonna talk about heavy metals. And I did this presentation already, but I'm gonna talk about it again. Heavy metals and versus minerals. Okay, so whoever thought that aluminum is actually necessary in the body, aluminum has two forms. It has a heavy metal form and has an ionic sulfate, a dissolved mineral salt form, which is used to regulate the stomach pH for digestion. All right, so that will be the whole next presentation about heavy metals versus minerals. All right, salute. Thank you very much, everyone. Any questions, anyone, before we end? Oh, and I do have, there's just a few people here at the, anyway, just have a few bottles of these, of the Myron glass bottle, which have 32 ounce of the minerals, and it's a very sturdy glass. So if you want this, feel free to email me. A few people I gave like a special last night, so a few people emailed me already and received it. So thank you for, for purchasing it. And I have just like maybe 3 more of these left. So feel free to email me or DM me on Instagram. These are actually, here's the thing. These in the HDPE plastic, it's like 125 and it can last for over a year. Depends how you use it. I'd say between 7 months to a year, and regardless, even 7 months is like so cheap. 125 divided, is 7 months. It's like hardly anything. For like the best water. So these are normally 125, and these are normally 150 because they're heavier. Now I did they're heavier and it's glass and everything. I did a special for like 135, and I gave a free 2 ounce and a free shipping in the US. And I'm willing to do that again for the next 5 people that email me at auroliquidgold@gmail.com. This and that. So I'm going to show it to Facebook, whoever's there. There you go. There you go. So yeah, 135 instead of 150, and a free 2 ounce of Auro and free US shipping. So yeah. Now it's all about working with people, so I'm not like attached to any specific, it has to be that price, it has to be this. And you can ask, there's people that are joining on this feed in and out. I've sent product to people for free, people that really need it and couldn't afford. I worked with people, to lower the prices so they can afford it. I have people that purchase like 3 packs and 6 packs and 12 packs, and I lower the price, and it saves them on money. People that are overseas, it actually makes sense more for them to purchase a larger amount because it reduces the shipping costs and the product costs, etc. So I'll work with you whatever the specific situation is. And yeah, all right. So thank you, everyone. So only like 4 people left here, but that's okay. People going to sleep. Right on. Thank you very much. This feed will be saved, and I'll post it also on YouTube. So yeah, feel free to share with anyone that you know, as I don't think anyone brought together this information in such a way that I did, and explained the whole difference between acidity and alkalinity, or a food or a water that is acidifying or alkalizing. So alkalizing, remember, donates alkaline salts, H+ ions. Acidifying leaves acidic waste, and it takes alkalizing salts to neutralize it. All right. So you want to have food that is alkalizing, that is filled with minerals, and your water should be alkalizing. Has nothing to do with the pH. All about the effect. All right. Alkalizing versus acidifying. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Have a good night, everyone, and take care.